Hi, welcome to the demo session of Introduction to Salesforce. It is not only a CRM, it is basically a complete SaaS, PaaS, and IaaS solution for your relationship management with your customers, changing your prospective customers into your deals, and maintaining their data and automating the business processes. And there are many more lot of features provided by Salesforce which you can use to enhance the features and create out of the box standard functionality and inbuilt functionality and customize it according to your own business needs. So it starts with cloud computing. Basically, let me explain what is cloud computing. It is usually a service provided to you on demand, and you can usually uh, work on that cloud by programming or by customizing or configuring the product according to your own needs, and you can change it according to your business organization scenarios, different scenarios. Basically, cloud is, we can consider any cloud that could be you might be using already. There are so many services available online, like any email service like Gmail or Google Drive or SkyDrive, any other services you are using online on demand, or maybe a free account you have been using for quite a long time. Those are considered as cloud because they are available on internet, and internet usually in data flow diagrams or flow charts have always been represented as a cloud symbol. So this is why we consider it as a cloud and represent it as a cloud. And when we provide a platform to you online where you can develop your code without installing any software, without using any hardware, without getting to worry about maintaining the resources or balancing or memory related performance issues or any other issues or any other handling the resources. You don't have to worry about that at all, and you just need to have a personal computer and an internet, and you are ready to go. You can just go ahead in on the website of that particular provider and start using that product, and you start storing your data, start using the product, and configure it according to your own scenarios, and start developing the code right away. So this is basically a general term which we use, and it has few features which could be provided to you, and few features like different CRMs are available in the market these days, like SugarShare and Microsoft Dynamics and Salesforce, of course, and there is SAP. There is many other CRMs available in the market. They may give you these features or not, but there are few common features with all of them which applies to the cloud computing. And whoever is the provider, whoever is providing you a service to develop a code online, a platform if they are giving to you as a service, or any application software giving you as a service, they must abide by these key features which belong to any cloud computing provider online. So basically these all work in a multi-tenant architecture, which is usually we can understand as a shared resource, a group of resources which is provided to you in a bundle of package format, and which you can subscribe to, which you can buy on monthly basis, on per hour basis, uh, and that particular resources are like hosted on their servers, and those resources are like kept at one place, but they are being shared among all the users of all the subscribers of that provider, right? Who are using the service for against that company, who is providing you that service. So you can understand it in a way like if you are you can see if there is a residential building, and that building may have multiple flats stacked up to a different like 25th floor or maybe up and higher. So no matter how many flats there are in that building, they all will be sharing a common resources of those building, like suppose power backup or lift facility, car parking, any other facility which is common to all of those flats. But still those flats have each and every um, internal features similar to all of them, but they have their own features confined to them as well. And they each flat is being represented by a number, by a flat number, and that particular number is unique to that flat and is unique to that building as well. So if you are living in a flat in that building, you must be known by that flat number to each and every other flat number of the building. And if you want to use any resource, you will be recognized as the flat number of that building, that this particular flat number is using this resource, right? Similarly, in multi-tenant architecture, if you are using any particular resource, you are giving a unique ID of 15 digit by Salesforce, or be it in any other company. If we are in general terms talking about multi-tenant architecture, and if we are talking about Salesforce gives you 15 digit unique ID to your org, and when you create an account inside a Salesforce website, it will give you a unique org ID. The account is known as org, which represents organization, because Salesforce understands each and every customer is an organization. So they give you an org, an account, and that particular org is presented with a unique ID along with all the metadata, all the information you start creating right after creating your account. You can each and every information is being represented by a unique ID of 15 digits. So whenever you are hitting the servers of Salesforce, whenever you are sending a request to the database of the Salesforce to retrieve any value or do any other transaction or use any other features of the Salesforce, for against every transaction, the request is being sent to the servers with that particular unique ID, and that ID will represent you, your unique account, right? That's how the resources are being shared and still they are being secured in multi-tenant architecture. So that's what it is. Besides cloud computing, as I have already explained, that you need to subscribe to the services, you pay for what you are using. So it is as simple as that, that some companies giving you a product for some time to use, and along with it is very much particular about what features and how many features you are using, for how long you are using those features, and you are paying for them, right, according to your own needs. If you are a small business organization, you will rather use less resources and pay as much for those resources, right? It's as simple as like you are subscribing to a cable channels for television. Just like if there are 200 channels and you don't see 200 channels, you only see few channels of your own reason. Maybe if you are interested in news channels only or sports channels only, so you would subscribe to only sports channel and then pay for only sports channel and not all of the 200 channels, because you don't see 200 channels, right? That's what the case here it is. If you are a small business organization or middle or large organization, you will use only those features in which you are interested, or whichever you want to use, you need to use, you pay for only those features, right? And you use. Similarly, that's all. Cloud, I have already explained. You don't require to install any software, or you don't need to have any hardware to buy or maintain or install. You just need to have one laptop or computer and an internet connection, and you are ready to go. Besides, any just like Salesforce gives you upgrades, automatic upgrades. It pushes the upgrades 3 times a year, like spring, summer, winter, and the upgrades, that is, you can take it as a limitation maybe, or a profit, but it keeps upgrading the software itself, and it gives you all the required tutorials, documentations, and help on the Salesforce related communities and forums, where you can understand the upcoming features and what it is going to impact your production site, and how it is going to impact your upcoming development which you have developed and deployed to the production. So how it is going to affect that, you can have a detailed discussions with the Salesforce developers directly on that. So Salesforce keeps upgrading its software every 3 times a year. Besides, this is like you can say that for Salesforce, if you compare it with other CRMs, so it will be like a little expensive with the small business organization, because they might not require that much features and that much resources which Salesforce is providing you, and it is costing you, because Salesforce is hosting those services, right? And Salesforce wants you to use those services. And if you are in a small business organization, you would not like to use all of those services and still paying for that basic services which you are still not using, because you don't require that, and that's why it becomes expensive to you. But if we are talking about larger, bigger organizations, they find it really less expensive, right? So all of the next features I have listed down here is related, and they are like no hardware, no OS you require, no periodic updates you require, because these all are handled by the provider, that is Salesforce itself, right? So if you are the person who have all the rights to modify all the data inside Salesforce, or do the configuration and import the data and maintain the data inside Salesforce for other users, they are known as administrators, right? Because they administer the whole org according to the users. So it is like they have all the rights. You can have user licenses. When you buy the subscription, you will get few user licenses according to the subscription which you are buying, and then you can accordingly have the related rights, what you can do and cannot do with the organization. So there must be one system administrator in one org which have all the rights to modify all the data, and have all the rights to delete or undelete, and every other rights an administrator have to handle the organization, right? Besides, it's really quick and easy, which is why it is really popular and #1 CRM. So it takes less time to maintain the data and handle, because there are already inbuilt features and automated tools provided by Salesforce to manage and handle or visualize your business scenarios, which might take much time if you rather code for that, or if you rather use it in any other CRM which does not provide the related features to automate your business processes, right? Maybe if you take one example, like if you want to incorporate an approval process inside your organization, that if something is created, it must be approved by the manager. So Salesforce provides you approval processes already built in approval process. You just need to fill in the form, fill in the details, and you are ready to go. So these type of inbuilt product features and functionalities are not being provided by any other CRMs. And besides, this is really easy and very quick to use. So very easy to understand. That's what it is. That's why it is the number one basic. So this is like I need to show you the logical architecture uh, which you can relate to about what is being happening around in here. So it is being divided. We can like loosely divided into three parts, like application, platform, and infrastructure. So Salesforce provided three kinds of services, like application as a service, platform as a service, and infrastructure as a service. So uh, the product which you are using, like I'll show you the product, like the Salesforce website. Let me open. So this is what it is. This is the homepage of Salesforce. You can see this is like simple. There's no software here. It is a browser, and I have opened a website over here. I have logged in with my username and password, and when I logged in, it will redirect you to the homepage just like any other website do, and it will list down all the features and related. You can see in the left hand side there is a whole list of options. This is like administer, build, and deploy and monitor. So, and there is quick links, there is community links, there is the items which you have been recently using, and the links and the documentations and many more. There is like so these are like I'll get back to that all the details about this platform, but this is the application. This is the real product which you are using without without being installing any kind of software, or without being worried about any environment issues or performance issues or maintenance of the software. So this is application provided to you as a service with a username and password. And let's get back to the slide to understand. Now this is the application, and this is again similarly, just like application is provided to you, there is a platform which is provided to you as a service by Salesforce as well. So let me show you when you want So I have opened a console. This is known as a developer console, and you can see that it is the title written over here is post.com developer console. So this is like a work like an integrated environment, an IDE just like Eclipse or IBM WebSphere or any other integrated environment you have been using by installing in your local system, physical system, and configuring it by setting the environment variables or installing the other relevant software or libraries to support. But this is like Salesforce is giving you a platform where you can develop with all the required integrated environment like um, uh, features, like you can see logs here, you can set checkpoints, there's a query editor as well, there is like view state, and you can see the progress of the statements you have been running or the deployments, and you can see the errors or problems there. You can go ahead, and there is a whole lot of components which you can develop in here, and with these components right away as you develop will be incorporated in the standard functionality. You can right away use them as soon as you develop, write the code and save it, right? Similarly, there is like you can test your code right away in here and run. All these information, all these details are being provided to you. You can create a workspace or switch between multiple workspaces, right? So just like any other integrated environment, here you can develop. This is called platform. This is a post.com platform provided to you by Salesforce. So this is what this is, platform as a service provided. Similarly, infrastructure as a service is a physical server box provided to you as a service, a server or any other host related virtualization operating system. It could be any hardware of the box which is provided to you, just like rack space or software. Besides other things you might be seeing, like you can just like I have opened the Salesforce in through my laptop in a browser. You can use the same website, and you can use the same features from inside your phone. You can use the same website and same features from inside your mobile phones, from inside your desktops, tablets, or any other physical device, right? So it is designed to be launched in any platform, right? Besides, there is like whole lot of tools available to you to maintain your database. There's a workbench, there's chatter to collaborate, there is a whole knowledge base you can set up to handle your content libraries. You can monitor the performance of your code, and you can monitor the system resources from inside the Salesforce, just like any other feature. And there is object storage. So let me show you each and every one of these things. Like you can see here monitor. You can have different features available. You can see how many objects you have created. You can see how many API request has been done and how many custom applications you have built. There are like business logic, how many licenses are being used here, right? So similarly for import, if you have imported something, you can see it in import queue and see the status, whether it is completed, in progress, and something like that. So There is whole lot of features. If you have if you have coded, so you can see debug logs. If you there is everything like scheduled jobs, there as well data load jobs. So these are all the things which you can monitor and check what is been going on with your system and resources, right? And similarly, there is a like for storage and object storing and the handling of the objects. You have the schema builder. You can see over here the how and what are the objects, how they are related to each other, and what are the required. These red lines are showing the required fields. This is the data type and the length of the field. So let me show you how this is being like. So this is like an account and contact. Usually they are connected. How they are connected? These lines are showing you the relationship between two objects, right? So this is the schema builder which gives you the power to handle your objects and their storage. You can manipulate them. You can change them. You can right click on that and view them and do something, right? So this, you can add new fields from here. You can drag and drop, right? So you can add new field, create new data field right from here inside. Again, I'm going back to the home page, and so these are the things which you can do with your Salesforce. And this will usually it is showing you the main components and features provided to you by Salesforce. So basically, this is a very surface level understanding of what Salesforce has been doing to you. And so this is like summarized again that it is like very scalable because it gives you immense power to do and automate or customize, configure, and do changes inside your org according to your business needs. So this is really a trusted and scalable platform, right? And fully customizable. You can customize it to a great extent. I mean, you can even change the name of the objects. You can change the appearance, change the logo of the Salesforce, and apply your own company logo there. So you can create your own websites in here. You can call web services. I mean, there is immense possibility what you can do inside of it, right? Not only configurations, but when you come to coding and integration, and there is a not only it is limited to that. It has a long list of features and different clouds available for different domains, right? Just like let me name a few, like there's Sales Cloud, Service Cloud. Right now I'm showing you a Sales Cloud, right, which corresponds to the CRM terminology and functionality. But there is again Service Cloud to support your customers. There is a Health Cloud, there is Financial Cloud, there is IoT Cloud, there is Marketing Cloud. So each and every domain, it has provided you a separate cloud which you can use again and customize. So everything is again a fully customizable user interface. So that's Chatter. Let me show you the Chatter, which is a social collaboration tool provided to you by Salesforce, just like any other you might be using Twitter or Facebook, where you can see the feeds, right? You can see the updates. Similarly, here you can see all the updates and feeds inside your organization of your clients, of your the business organization you are dealing with, your leads, your contacts, each and every one of them, what are their activities, what they are up to. If they are into a meeting, they will show up to you in this feed. If they are sharing a file, each and every day sharing a link or any other thing, you can see each and everything in here, right? Just like any other feed in any other social network website. So here is a list of people. You directly go in there. There's a list of files, right? Right inside, you can directly go ahead and follow them. You can create groups and post to the groups. There could be private groups, public groups. So, and it is a little space where you can share topics, right? And according to topics, you can associate records to topics and follow them. And you can follow the actual records and get the and track them and get the feeds on your homepage, just like any other feed, right? So this is a collaboration tool provided to you by Salesforce to track all the activities and details of the main issues or the things you are working on daily basis, or your co-workers, your boss, or the meetings you are doing, everything in context to your business organization or the work you are doing. You can track that using this chat feature. So again, there is fully featured reports and dashboards where you can generate or analyze your data, or generate reports to show to your boss about the progress of your leads, or maybe analyze them in a dashboard to give a weekly forecast or to your boss and show them in a very pictorial representation. So let me show you. Yes, in here this is reports. So this like you can go ahead and create your own reports. Besides, Salesforce provides you inbuilt reports for against every object you are using in here, like sales report. You can just click in here and it will show you basic reports which usually people use to show, right? Based on lead source, or based on there are like other annual, quarterly things which you just can go ahead and clone them and modify it according to your needs. But again, there's dashboards are like just like homepage. It gives you links or information. You can add 20 more than 20 components in here. I have created few visual post pages and add them in here to give you. This is just like I have created two visual post pages and add in. You can add different components like charts based on your reports and any other links, and create a sharing settings what who can see what things, right? And so dashboard and reports are again a feature which Salesforce provides to you, and it is inbuilt and it is connected to all of your records and objects.